Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you right here, right at the start. This video started with me showing reactors have bias towards Tom McDonald, who is a rapper. This video not only goes over that with one reactor, it goes into a million different places I did not realize I would write. Okay? That's on me. That's my fault. Okay? I'm sorry for that. But I do think it's very good, a lack of a better term, to show that just because you have a large following doesn't mean you make good decisions or have good opinions, as I feel like a lot of people might. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry. I'm going to do the intro that I wrote because that was the one I was expecting to do, and now I'm realizing that the beginning of this is only for the first person I talk about, and doesn't really apply to the whole video. On June 16, 2024, a new song was shown on my YouTube recommended. It was a diss towards a rapper I made a video on a couple years ago. It was called Tom McDonald is a Nazi. I was surprised as I figured everyone online loved Mr. Thomas Mack. I looked at the name of the channel, and it was battle rapper Mac Lethal. We're going to look at some reactors and see how their bias towards Mr. McDonald is revealing. Crypt, or for some of you Call of Duty lovers, Red Crypt, is a rapper and music reactor. He tells his videos Rapper Reacts, which is also used by other rappers like Knox Hill. I like his music, but I need to make a video like this to work out some issues I had with his videos. I watched a video by another creator named Nick Made a Video, which was about Crypt. Some things I did not know and found out. I recommend this video and Nick as a whole. Anyway, I used to watch Crypt a lot, especially during his feud with KSI and Randolph. I found Screw and Quadeca around the same time. One of my favorite songs was Four Horsemen, despite Dak sucking on it. That's another video entirely. Anyway, also found Tom on Facebook around the same time as all of this as well. I loved his song Hell of It and Dear Rappers. This changed, however, when White Boy came out. I realized then and there Tom was not who I thought he was. From when I found Crypt, he wasn't into politics, which was reasonable at the time, before the pandemic and everyone went insane. This changed when I saw him react to Tom, knowing Tom does political rap. Crypt became a fan and always talks about how he loves his music. This was weird to me, being a fan of Crypt, knowing he's quote unquote not political. Although, here are some clips of that not being true. Anyway, after the Mac Lethal diss came out, almost nobody reacted to the song, which was surprising to me, as it seemed every single release that came out came with a reaction from Crypt, Knox, Screw, Shaq, or a whole host of other reactors. The reactions I saw from these big creators were days late to me. I was wondering why I made it short. I saw Knox Hill's reaction was good as always, and then Crypt dropped his. We're going to go through that a bit and see where it messes up. Well, at least I was going to, and decided that would be a bad idea. So actually, I'm going to play what I wrote already, and then we'll talk about it after.
Alright, it's time to buckle up, I suppose. My boy Mac Lethal is dissing my boy Tom McDonald in the year 2024. Shit's getting crazy out here. The OG version of this beef was like late 2019, early 2020, and it was reinvigorated because of Tom's God Mode song. Threw a couple shots at Mac on that, kind of seemingly out of nowhere, and I know Mac is pissed. Now, I'm cool with both sides. Obviously, I still do some Tom McDonald reactions when I can, and me and Mac are like real life friends. We give each other life advice and talk about UFC fights and shit like that. And I know I've got fans from both sides of this beef back when it happened, because that's when everything was just exploding for all of us. I know I leaned more towards Mac's side during that beef. I still think that he had the better disses of the whole thing, but Tom had the better sounding songs for sure. And that was also my earlier stages where I was a little more soft on the beefs. I was like, don't bring families into it. Don't do this. Fuck it. Diss tracks are diss tracks. Talk about cutting each other's fucking head off. I don't care anymore.
I do like what Crypt is saying. Rap beef is not supposed to be light jabs. That's not why we're here. It's supposed to cut deep. A lot of reactors, especially non-rap reactors, don't like this. We'll get to that soon enough.
They're just words. You learn a lot in 5 years. And I preface all this because I want you guys to know that I'm not gonna front on this. If there's some shit that I hate, or if I don't like this in general, I'm going to let you guys know, and Mac knows this about me for sure. Hopefully you guys know this about me at this point. I'm not gonna front just because he's my friend, and I'm also not gonna downplay it just because I like some of Tom's music and I react to his stuff. I'm just gonna let words fly out of my mouth that come to me at that moment in time, because that's the only way to be in life. All I know is Mac better be coming out throwing some fucking haymakers, because if this isn't 10 out of 10, the gabagool pristine, Tom's fan base will eat him alive. Let's go, baby. It's carnivore season. Beef. This is Tom McDonald is a Nazi. Probably would have chosen a different name for the diss track, but let's get it. Here we go.
Let's be clear about one thing. You started it, you sneak dissing pussy.
Oh my God.
The
I
laugh.
thought it was funny too. We already squashed this, dude. What are you doing? Here's a backstory. A couple years ago, Tom McDonald got his feelings hurt and made a track towards me. Tried to diss me in a rapping war, tried to bait me into going back and forth, but I really didn't have the passion for it, so I made one song and I had to ignore it.
Nice
I
rhyme
don't want to
schemes.
sound rude, I just think he's mad corny. I didn't want to give it energy. A transphobic, homophobic culture vulture rapping about white supremacy isn't worthy of facing me lyrically. But I'm getting tired of watching this dude embarrass hip-hop's history. And the other day he dropped a new song and for some reason he was dissing me. Fine, fight
Okay.
contract sign.
Okay, he's going in. Okay, he's going in. This is a great beat, by the way. This is a perfect kind of beat for this, where you can just kind of keep going nonstop. I like the rhyme schemes. I'm a lyrical nerd and a technical nerd, so those triple multi-syllable rhyme schemes right there going back and forth, so I had to ignore it. I just love that shit. What I don't love is the angle of saying, like, he's rapping against somebody that's transphobic and homophobic and a white supremacist. It's just kind of really low-hanging fruit that I feel like everybody talks about, and it's super hyperbolic, very over-exaggerated.
This is where Crip starts to lose me. If it's low-hanging fruit, it means it must be somewhat true, right? No, just me? Let's keep going. I'm sorry. I thought I could do this. I can't. Anyway, Crip calls Mac, quote, super leftist sounding for defending black people, the LGBTQIA plus people, minorities as a whole. I don't know why being an ally to minorities is quote unquote leftist. Being a leftist, I think, is just, being a decent person. This is what gets me the most, saying the word leftist and not being like, well, I wonder why I said that word. Being someone who paints himself as quote unquote in capital letters non-political. That's what gets me. Do I think Crypt is lying? Yes, I do. Do I think he's being hypocritical? Yes, I do. He's dogged on Black Lives Matter before. And I don't know if he knows this, but all music is black music in America. Sorry, but it is. You can't hold these beliefs and make rap music. That's not just my opinion. It's weird to me to be like, BLM is stupid while making music slaves and black prisoners made. I told you, this is a different video. Now, after saying that, I do want to say I don't think Crypt is anti-black or white supremacist. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying we should cancel him. I think that would be a bad faith interpretation of his opinions he gives us. I think he's just not educated enough on why this shit is important. I also do not think, though, that if he were to have a discussion, he would really care, even really listen. I could be wrong. And you know what? I might be wrong. But until that happens, I'm going to keep in that belief. He also streams on Kick, if that means anything to you. Stevie is a reactor, I believe, from Georgia, who I used to watch a few years ago. I liked his reactions and reviews of music, but something always seemed kind of off. Then he started a second channel where he openly talked about his opinion, something he did not have to do, but did it anyway. The first video I watched was Stevie talking about how much he did not accept trans people and thought they were mentally ill. This was a sticking point for me as an ally. I unsubbed from his second channel. I believe I also unsubbed from his first later on. This is something I've been thinking about for the last few years. Like Van Gogh, the only way I can process is through my art, so here we are. Sorry. Stevie then made another video saying he doesn't care if you're mad at him for this view he has. I believe he deleted the video I remember watching. Anyway, his second channel, called Night Talk, is filled with anti-trans, anti-race mixing, anti-wokeness, anti-women, all the red pill buzzwords you can think of. He's a fan of Candace Owens, an African-American right-wing talking head. Another one I don't really think is educated on minority issues. I don't think Stevie's a liar, though. Owens is a funny case as she won a court case as a teenager after receiving racist death threat voicemails from a group of white male students at her high school. The case resulted in a $37,500 settlement in January of 2008. Owens now says that racism isn't real. Interesting how that 180 happened. This video is not about Owens, but a reminder that some people will do and say whatever gets them what they want. This video is to remind everyone about how not everything is coming from an honest actor, or that everything you listen to is even being genuine about any politics or even a simple light opinion. Sean C is a music reviewer more than a reactor, to be completely honest, unlike Sean C. I found Sean C around the time I found Anthony Fantano, another channel I want to talk about in another video. Anyway, Sean C didn't seem like he liked music, if I'm being honest. I hate his reviews. They were also negative. I was not a fan. Now, this comes from Reddit, because I didn't watch a lot of his reviews, but apparently his Mad Villainy review was fake. It doesn't surprise me if it was. It always seemed like he was better than every artist he reviewed. Pretentious is a word I see a lot, and I completely agree with it. He also wanted to be an artist. I don't know how well that's going for him, but I hope all the best to him. I want to be Fantano with none of the charisma Anthony has, hating on his Chad Donos, hating on 8 albums a few seconds in, all in the name of being different. I have a lot to say about Sean. He hates on music to be different. Anyway, that's all I have to say on this topic this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully not one so hateful. I'm sure this video will be called I'm canceling people, I guess. We'll see. I'm not sure, but I really just want everyone to know this is just the beginning of a long drama arc I have planned out for you. This is the first in a long line of quote-unquote drama videos because I have more to say. I have more to say. And no matter what, I am Jared Weathers, and this is my channel. I will say whatever I like on it. And if you don't like that, then I'll see you next time.